Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today I want to talk about PvP Bishop, because I think even at level 60, because I still haven't unlocked his potential, or Iceman's potential, or Jean Grey's potential, Bishop is showing a lot of pre-potential in PvP. Now say that 5 times fast. And namely, it's a combination of his leadership and his passives, in addition to his skills, his 1 and 2 and his 5. So we're gonna jump first into a clip here, into a fight against Strife. I'm gonna try to emulate what's going on, and essentially I've talked about Strife before, and I've talked about what makes him such a powerful character to use in PvP. When you're fighting him, the difficulty is that he starts with his 3rd skill always. Every single Strife starts with 3, and if you don't have an Iframe ready, they will kill you because he has native penetration, and the 3rd skill does crazy damage, and it's a beam skill, etc. However, the other powerful part about Strife when you're playing as him is that his 1 and 2 skill are on a very low cooldown, like 3 to 4 seconds, so you can spam those skills very early on in a fight. Guess what? Bishop has the exact same thing, and on top of having the 1s and 2s being short cooldown skills, for Bishop, they're both iframes. So I'm going to show you what I mean in this first fight. Now, Bishop might not win, but I want you to pay attention to what happens when I spam 1 against Strife. Boom! I interrupt Strife's 1st skill, and that's huge for a free-to-play character. Now we're going to talk more about the rest of Bishop's skills in a bit. We're probably going to die here. Yeah, I got feared. But that is a pretty great thing. I know it seems really small and really minor, but the fact that you can spam Bishop's 1st skill, and the fact that you can combine 1 and 2, which are both iframes, to interrupt other characters at the very beginning of a fight, that's one of the things that players complain about the most, is that when they play timeline battle, their character's skills are not on cooldown. Well, a character like Bishop kind of solves that. This is a 9-second cooldown, so it's only 4.5 seconds from the start of the fight, and this one's also 9 seconds, so they're both easily spammable with max skill cooldown, which I have 49.7%. On top of that, we're going to get into it later, but his 5th skill, Energy Assault, I'm very confident that it is a high priority iframe. And what I mean by a high priority iframe is that it will, if you iframe at the same time as an enemy, your iframe will happen instead of theirs. So sometimes you press an iframe skill and the enemy presses an iframe skill, and both of you do the skill. That's usually when the skills have the same priority. But other times you do the skill and they do an iframe skill and you do an iframe skill, and you do nothing, and they do their iframe skill. In that case, those are high priority versus low priority iframes. Now you can see here I'm able to cast his 5th skill pretty much wherever. He almost doesn't need a target. He's able to cast his 5th skill, and if I could do more damage, because of the invincibility, I'm not able to get this off. But if I could do more damage, I can actually kill Strife. That's right. And look at this. I can interrupt other characters. I mean, I know you can interrupt Thanos when he's not doing an iframe, but let him do his 5th skill. Boom! Look at that. You pull him out of his iframe because it seems as though Bishop's 5th skill is a higher priority iframe. And look, you can almost go into Bishop's iframe while Thanos is doing his iframe. That's almost how it feels. And of course, as a level 60, I'm not doing enough damage for it to matter, but he's surviving. And that's a big deal for a level 60 character to be able to survive against a tier 3. Now he's gonna use his tier 3 skill here soon, and we're probably going to die. But you're able to, even without using the rest of Bishop's kit, look at this. I'm able to survive, and now I can kind of teleport to the other side of the arena. I can dodge his tier 3 skill. We're gonna... we dodged it. We actually dodged it all the way, because you can end up landing, you can purposely land far away at the end of the skill. And because of the long skill animation, and because of the fact that it's an iframe, like, look at this, you're able to basically just spam it. Imagine if I could do enough damage to Thanos, instead of doing, damage in the thousands. If I'm doing damage in the tens of thousands, this could really add up. I'm not going to say that Bishop is, a premier PvP character, but this is a good sign. The fact that you have multiple iframe skills that you can spam, that you can... Oh, I got interrupted there. And he doesn't usually... He rarely gets interrupted with that 5th skill. I'm very impressed And I think that combination of the 1 and 2 being on a short cooldown to start off a fight, in addition to the 5th skill being a long priority iframe that you can use to physically move your character away, is really important. It's a really important combo, and then you combo that further with the fact that I'm using his leadership, so I'm taking advantage of the energy attack, but more importantly, that 45% energy defense. So he's already rocking almost 12,000 defense, energy defense. The HP is being inflated by 40% by both Wasp and Victorious, so this combo is not available every week. Victorious is never banned, and Bishop is never banned, but Wasp is banned at least once a month. But then you combine that with the fact that he has his energy absorption passive, which will make him immune. He's got the extra immunity, so if you're fighting someone who doesn't have a CTP of destruction and they don't have penetration, you can take advantage of that. And then he's also got the 50% energy damage received reduction. So that's why he's able to survive for so long against Strifes and against tier 2 Jean Greys because of all that tankiness. And I imagine it's only going to get better. I really want to take him to level 70, put some of his gears to 22 or 25. Those two all defense ones there would be very nice. This one with HP would also be nice, because I think he has the potential to be, you know, not necessarily a top PvP character, but definitely someone that you can use in certain situations. And it's nice because he's new, so he's not going to be banned, and he's free. So we're going to fight him now against, again, this is obviously manual play, this is not auto play, dream on, but this is a tier 2 Jean Grey, which apparently can kill tier 3 characters. And you're going to check this out, I can do the 1s and 2s, and I can actually kill her straight out. Now this is not a very well built Jean, but we're also going to use, boom, look at those iframes. I keep my iframe alive because I have a longer iframe animation, and there you go, clean it up. She doesn't have a invincibility obelisk, otherwise that kill would have been harder. And here we're going to have to deal with his energy reflect, kind of taking down our HP. But otherwise, we're able to get through. Now, this is a bit more difficult because you know, she has iframe ignore. So obviously, Captain Marvel is immediately the villain and immediately the worst nightmare for a character that likes to hang around in multiple iframes. That's basically what I'm trying to get Bishop to be, a triple iframe threat. Kind of like Spider-Man, just going from iframe to iframe, bouncing around, trying to get the win. Obviously, this test and this Bishop strategy obviously has a lot of flaws and a lot of, what the hell, work to be done. And there's, you know, still a lot of characters that you can't beat. Like, this is going to be a well-built tier 3 Jean Grey. I can survive. I mean, I think I can survive. I hope I can survive. But killing her is completely out of the question. So I'm not really sure how to tackle that problem just yet of how to kill Jean Grey. But Bishop can at least survive some of the time. Here I'm using the 5th skill. Yeah, we only survived about 15 seconds there. That's kind of impressive for a level 60 character. I am playing him manually, but it's not bad. And hopefully when he's level 70 and he has some of his gears maxed out, he will have a better showing. It's very difficult to expect much from level 60 characters when they fight level 70 characters, but I just wanted to illustrate that there is some hope for Bishop as a bit of a sort of the angel of this update, where he has some value in PvP because of the fact that he has skills with nice long iframes that are kind of comboable. Oh man, I'm in trouble again. And he's got, oh, she interrupted my 5th skill, and he's got the ability to die. There he lasted 20 seconds and he almost killed her. We're getting closer. But yeah, just imagine, he might have been able to get that kill if he was level 70. And if Bishop ever gets a uniform, I think that's the perfect opportunity to really make him a threat for PvP and to really give him a situation in which he can take advantage of all of those buffs that he has. Imagine this, and I understand the character just came out, it's less than a week old, but I just want to speculate for a second. Imagine Bishop gets a uniform that has a similar buff, maybe it has some other buffs on top of it, but similar to Psylocke, with Psylocke getting that juicy 20% HP. What if he gets a 30% HP buff? Psylocke's rocking over 30,000 HP, and keep in mind, I can roll those options to get more HP, which I can't do at the moment for Bishop because he has no uniform. He's already at 30,000 HP with this team up. If I swap in Psylocke, she jumps to 43,000. So you could bet you could get your Bishop up to 40 possibly 50,000 HP, and I can even bump him further because I haven't finished his Uru yet. So I'm thinking I'm going to put HP on his Uru. I'm going to give him some 4-star and some 5-star HP Uru. I'm going to continue to test him out in PvP with this PvP build. I'm going to get his potential up once I finish Jean Grey Tier 3, whenever she gets her potential. As far as the Obelisk goes, because I know you guys are curious about this if you haven't already caught on, I am using a CTP of Regeneration. I think this or a CTP of Authority is pretty much a must. You need that crit damage and you need that guard break immunity and invincibility for him to stay alive and do enough damage. So I think if you're going to use an Obelisk, you should try for something like this, except instead of mind damage, it would be crit damage. You could also use something like max HP, so like guard break, max HP, invincibility. That's a possibility, but I think for those serious bishop PvP enthusiasts, it's either the yellow kind of spiky thing, or it's the green egg with the little hair on the top, the little Caillou swirl. Not Caillou. Who is that character who has like a little swirl of hair at the top? I don't know. It's like Baby Homer or something like that. Someone from Futurama or something like that. Anyways, I wanted to bring you guys that as a ray of sunshine, a ray of hope in this otherwise cloudy future that features Jean Grey, featuring Jean Grey, featuring Jean Grey, and we're just going to get mopped day in and day out by her. It's characters like Bishop that give me some hope. I really like his character design, and I think it's good to understand what can make a character powerful and possible to dominate PvP. And so he might not dominate, but if he can at least counter some of these characters. I mean, a level 60 Bishop killing a level 70 Strife, yeah, I'm playing on manual, but damn, if he can do that consistently at level 70, hell yeah, and he's totally free to play. So hit me up with your thoughts. Hit me up with your thoughts on Bishop. Let me know what you want to see next on the channel. Subscribe if you enjoyed the content and you want to support me, and of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.